It's times like this when I come outside and I come on the land and, I'm just tending to the responsibilities of the land and I see stuff like this. Now, of course, you see it in this camera, but to see it in real time, it is just a beautiful sight to see. I mean, what I'm looking at is these perfect set of clouds, and as you can see, the sun's rays is emanating from the outskirts of it. But I tell you, it's just times like this where I just thank y'all for being able to be out in the country. And it's been 10 years now, and man, have I experienced a lot, grown a lot, accomplished a lot, and there's still more to do in this tail end of this thing. But let me tell you, man, one of the most powerful things that you can do right now is to remove yourself from these environments that are clearly collapsing. I mean, you have New York, you have DC, you have Chicago, you have Philadelphia, you have Atlanta, you have Detroit, you have Houston, you have Memphis, you have St. Louis, you have Louisville. I can go on and on and on about the different cities that are about to be federalized. The military is going in to these cities, and although they may tell you on the front that the reason why they're going into these cities is due to violence, gun violence, youth violence, homelessness, that's not the real reason why they're going into these cities. They're going into these cities because they have to position the troops in these major population centers to deal with the civil unrest as we enter World War III, as we continue to deal with this inflationary situation where the cost of living is just getting out of hand. The cost of rent and food continues to skyrocket, and it's going to be a weep and a howl because you have not only these prices going up, but the price of heating, cooling, the winter bills, the winter electric and heating bills is just gonna be crazy. It's gonna be insane this year. But when you're self-sufficient, when you realize what's going on, and you're able to position yourself in such a way where you can see the light, you can see the truth, and you can position yourself as where yourself and your family does not have to endure the intense pain and suffering that is going to take place in this country, and that is taking place in this country. I need to stop speaking past tense and speak from the perspective of present, because this is happening. It is manifesting in the lives of our friends, our families, our co-workers, as people lose their jobs. The financial strain continues to hit families. Divorce skyrockets. I mean, just on and on and on. But this is why I say, learn self-sufficiency. Learn how to grow your own food. Learn how to raise your own animals. Learn how to tend to your own flock and tend to your own pasture and stuff like that, because this is what's going to separate the haves from the have-nots. Always say the rich and the poor. It's going to be rich and the poor because the middle class is going away. I think it's going to be the rich and the poor and the self-sufficient. The people that understand how to produce and provide for themselves, and so therefore they don't have to worry about high food costs, not having to worry about rent or mortgage, not having to worry about How you gonna heat your homes? I mean, I could just go on and on, but these are the things that have been the weights of this world, the weighty matters of this world, that have been removed as a direct result of making the choices and decisions. The painful choices and decisions, so it was all painful to the flesh. But this is why a lot of people can't focus on anything other than their needs, and a lot of people are in survival mode, is because, hey, and I get it and understand it, when you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you have family issues, you have health issues, you have issues at the job. I mean, you just have all of these issues and stresses, and you can, it's very difficult for somebody to focus on these matters when you are inundated with the cares of this life. And the best way to deal with that is to learn how to be self-sufficient, because these are the things that are on the minds of people today. They are worried about food. They're worried about shelter. They're worried about heating. They're worried about whether or not they're going to be able to pay their car insurance and stuff like that. So when you remove those things, you don't have to be inundated. You don't have to be worried about all of this stuff, because and you can hear his voice. You can hear clearly. But people can't hear clearly when they're inundated and they're overwhelmed by the cares of this life. Hey, only if you're going to get it. But that's the way it is supposed to be. I'm accepting that more and more. Learning how to understand the concept behind, or the biblical doctrine of out of the first and second admonition, reject. Hey, people don't get it. They don't get it. I leave them alone now. I don't waste my time. I just don't have the energy to go back and forth with people anymore. Anybody in this day and age. People don't get it. They'll get it, but they will deal with the consequences of not having the eyes to see and the ears to hear. The scriptures talk about they have eyes, but yet cannot see, and ears, but yet still they cannot hear. I mean, that's a pretty bad state to be in. But hey, when you see the light and you can walk in truth, it's just a beautiful life. But hey, for those of you who get it, you get it. If they don't, hey, it is what it is.